are running with this month and you have some big goals, you're going to want to have them on here. So please ask them to jump on, maybe text them or something. All right, checking again. We're having people jump on and off. Okay, we're going to get started. So what we are doing tonight is we are going to be walking through together. I kind of put a little note out there. We are going to be looking at your back office. So hopefully, you know, y'all can kind of narrow me down and open up your back office whenever we get there. This is the thing. I want to say a couple of things first. We had an incredible May. Amen. We had an incredible April. But May was out the roof. Many of y'all have already heard corporate talk about we are literally on a 90-day historical momentum within the company of ever happening with what's happening with us right now. I'm super proud of this team. We had an emerald, we had gold, we had so many silvers. We have people that are senior silvers, which is really hard to say. Hey, sweet Dawn. Dawn did it. I was so proud of her. Brittany's on here. I see that face. She did 9 people. Hey, Brittany, I'm so excited to get to see you on here. It was just incredible. And the thing that I loved is that we saw so many people who did not think that they could do what they did. We had so many people that have thought that they got out of their comfort zone, but they really hadn't. But in May, they did. They thought that they were going to die. They thought that they were going to panic. And then they realized, oh my goodness, I lived. And that was so exciting. We had so many people that were working so hard and things didn't go quite the way that you had hoped, or you had really big potentials that they just didn't come through. But I heard so many stories that you had other people that happened to knock on your door and say, hey, I want to do what you're doing. And they weren't even on your radar. And that's what happens when you do the work, when you're putting in the energy, when you got the focus, the intention, and you're being consistent with your business every day. People come from other places, and then the people that you thought that were like dead on, they were going to be with you, they don't, but then somebody else comes. And that's just how the Lord works. And it's super, super cool to be able to see it. So we saw a lot of things like that happen. And I really believe that we are set and in motion for that to happen again in June. And the thing that I have seen and been asked about and worked with a lot of you on is goal setting strategy. What does it look like? And it gets a little bit hard to do it with everyone. And I would love to do it with everyone because it gets me super excited, but we're doing it as a team. And I want you to be accountable to yourself and to your team for you to work through it tonight. But then I'm going to ask you to get with your people to make sure that they've got themselves set up as well, because you as a leader of a team, you've got to know what they're doing as well for you to be able to meet your goals, right? So that's what we're going to work through. So this is what I want us to hear first and foremost is the things that we need to be excited about this month that they extended, which I'm so grateful for. We still had the stimulus. So if you bring 3 people, you invite 3 people and they join, you get $100. If you invite 6 people, you get another $250. So that's $350 in stimulus bonuses. We still have the $9.95 membership, which is huge. We've had so many people that is a big deal for them. And we have the 10% off of welcome packs. Guys, what excited me so much in May? So in May, I had 4 people join with me in May, and every single time they all got $199 welcome packs. And when we got the 10% off and we did the $9.95, we did everything, like literally shipping and everything was always $197 and some change. And it was so much fun because they got it all and they got it even less than what the original is for everything. And I get excited about that. And I get excited about telling them about that because I know the quality of these products. I know what it's going to do for them. And I know what an incredible deal they got because we know what that actually is in retail. And so be excited about those things. Keep the momentum going. The big thing that I need for everybody to hear, and I need for you to tell everybody on your team many, many times, is that we are in positions, and the way that corporate has blessed us, we're already blessed with our compensation plan, but the way that they have blessed us with stimulus, with giving us points on 99 packages and on 199 packages, you can rank and you can double rank and you can triple rank. in a month. We're seeing it. We're seeing unbelievable things happen. There have been so many times where people say it's so hard to get from silver to gold, or it's so hard to get from gold to senior gold, or I want to get to ruby and it looks like it's going to be forever. It's not anymore because of the points that we're getting. And so if you're strategic, which we're going to be talking about tonight, and if you will map it out so that you can be super intentional with the work that you're doing every day, it's going to set you up and put you at a pace that you're able to do what you would love to do, what you want to do. And we're going to talk about that. So let's get going, because I ask everybody to have pen and paper. I want to see it. Hold it up, pen and paper. Everybody's got it. So proud of y'all. All right. Okay. We're going to write out our goals. And guys, I know that for so many people, it puts a lot of pressure. I've had so many conversations of, I never write out my goals. It makes me nervous. I feel like whenever I don't achieve them, I fail. And then it puts me into this spiral, and then I get depressed, and then I quit. I can't write down goals. You have to write down goals. If you want a business, if you want a successful business, if you want a legacy business, if you want to be a leader, if you want to duplicate, if you want to teach other people to be successful, you have to write down goals. You have to write down health goals. You have to write down business goals. It is part of what we're called to do as entrepreneurs, as business leaders, as legacy company people. And it's the way that we will be able to make other people successful. And so we have to be the doers first and foremost, so that we can teach others to do the same. You've seen a million studies. We've talked about it before, 85% success rate with people just writing it down. Because whenever you write it down, there's something that happens in the brain from the mind to the hand whenever you write it out, and the intentionality changes. You show up differently. And so we're going to be working through that, because it's not about, last month had a goal of 6. I got 4. I'm not bummed about 4. I wish I would have hit 6. 6 made me pursue. I was on pursuit in May. I am so happy with 4 because I still grew. I personally grew and my team grew. And so you've got to change the way that you look at goals, and you've got to realize that even if you don't reach exactly where you want to be, you're way further than you could have been. And so I want you to think about that. So this is what I want you to do first, is I want you to think about what you want to do in June as a leader first. So I want you to think about how many people you want to personally recruit, and I want you to write that down. I have written down 6. I kind of just talked to you about last month. I wanted the 350. I'm very thankful for the 100, but I'm going to go for the 6 again this month, because I would love to have the 350. I'm moving. I want new furniture. I want the 350. And so think about what that looks like for you. Maybe your goal was 3 last month. And I want you to think about that as you're writing down your goal for this month. I want you to think about what you did last month. And I want you to right now, I want you to celebrate that. I celebrate my 4. I am thankful for my 4. I want to celebrate that. Maybe you didn't hit your goal. Maybe, I don't know if your goal was 1 person or 3 people. Maybe you didn't hit it, but you developed a silver. I want you to celebrate that, because I want you to honor what you did achieve. I think so often we look at what we didn't, and we look at that negative, and we look at that failure, versus celebrating and honoring what we did do and being grateful for it and having that gratitude of a heart. So think about what it is that you want to do this month. I want you to write it down. So, what do you want? And what will that do for you? When you do that, and we think through that stimulus and the bonuses that we get from that, and the points that we get, and we get paid on those points, what will that do for you? I want you to think about that for a few minutes. What will that do for your family? Walk through that process. I've been grateful for this company and for this business many times in my career of 6.5 years. Many of y'all heard, when my mom got sick and she was with me for about 3.5, 4 months, and I was her primary caregiver, I was incredibly grateful. I was incredibly grateful, you know, through 2 weddings and us being able to take care of both those weddings without going into debt, which is a big deal. Amen. I'm incredibly grateful for a son that we pay full tuition, out-of-state tuition, and we're able to do that. We're able to do that because of this business. And I think about this stimulus and what we are being given today and we have over the last 3 months, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful because of us moving and what we're doing and my husband changing careers. I want you to think about what this business will do for you and what achieving your goals will do for you. And I want you to write that down. So write down a couple of things that are good and how they will help you if you achieve these. Okay, so the next thing that I want you to do is I want you to think about how many personal silvers do you want to develop in the month of June. So to do this, you might want to pull up your back office so you can move our screen over, pull up your back office. I want you to look at that. So go into your virtual office, and if you will click on your points and rank, it will pull up your team. Some of you, you know, it might still just be you. You're a solo team right now. Some of you might have just turned silver, so you have 3 people. But I want you to look there, and you can click, if you have a deeper team, click on where it says levels, and it will put 1 through 7 for you so that you'll see all of your levels right there. But I want you to take a minute and I want you to look at all of your level 1s. And I want you to think about them. In those level 1s, I do this every single month. This month, I'll be very focused on my people last month of developing them to silvers. But I'll always look at the people that I've had, okay, that have been with me all this time. And I want you to look at the people that love our products, that have had incredible experiences with our product. Today, I had one of my new clients. I recruited her in April, and she has not liked our Slim. And I kept on trying to share with her that our Slim, that I felt like it was a detox because of the taste that she had in her mouth and the way she was talking. I felt like that she probably has metals in her, and I felt like that she was detoxing. Sometimes it changes our taste buds. And I shared that with her several times. And I thought, you know what? I don't think she's going to stick with me because she's not trusting this process. She texted me today and said, "You're not going to believe this, but I love the Slim now." And I was like, "Thank you, Jesus." Hang on one second. I'm so sorry. I'm muting y'all so that you don't hear my 2 Terra dogs. Hang on. Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. It was very traumatic. It's okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just take them with y'all. Thank you. Okay, we're happy over here. Everything's good. Anyway, she was super, super excited about our Slim, and she's all excited again, and she's ready to share with her friends. And she has a girlfriend that she was just with in Oklahoma, and she told me this whole story. Those are the things that you want to capture, those people. So who are the people that love our products, that have had incredible experiences with them? Who has said that they want to pay, they want to be able to get their products paid for? So I want you to look through your list. I want you to write down those names. Write down each person that has loved the products. Write down any of your new people. So Brittany, I expect you to write down 9 people from last month, right? Write down those people so that we can begin to help them see the blessings financially of inviting their friends to be with us. So write down those people and have them right in front of you. If you have brand new people, we're really going to be talking about how you can get them into a health virtual event into a girls' night out. We just learned about girls' night out. It's super exciting that I'm going to be sharing with you guys different ways that you can do, you know, virtual events. So look at those people and who you know that they can invite friends. And we'll talk about that piece in a moment. Now I want you to look at anybody on your team that ranked to silver last month. Who are the people on your team that have ranked silver? You're going to want to help them get senior silver. It's really hard for me to say that now. It used to be super silver. Now we're senior silver. So if they brought in 3 people and they became silver, some might have brought in 4 or 5. That might be a little bit more ahead of themselves. I have one that brought 4 in last month. So she's silver, but we have 4. She needs 6 more to be senior silver. So I'm going to be reaching out to her to talk about that, because guess what? Not only will she be senior silver with $150, but she'll also have her 6 people. She'll get the 6 stimulus for $100 and all those pieces. So find those people, write those people down. The next thing that I want you to do is who in your list can re-rank or rank to their next level this month. I want you to write those people down. This is part of your strategy of building out your map and being incredibly intentional that every single day when you sit down, you know who you need to work with, and then you're going to have your potentials. So you're going to be working your team as well as working on your own personal recruits of whatever your number was that you wrote down. Okay? So does everybody, if you have your names written down and you have who has done silver, who are your new people that we want to do a girls' night out with or a health event with, if you have those written down, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. I want to see everybody who has theirs written down.
I don't even know what you're saying.
Sally, you don't know what I'm saying as far as getting into your back office? Okay. Maybe just put that over into the chat and I'll get those things answered for you guys. If y'all have any questions, you can put them over there. Okay, so I want you to set your intentions for yourself and for your team and what can happen and what that will look like. So a little bit like I was just sharing with you, a friend, my girl that just went silver this past month, got super excited about her. She needs 6 people. I kind of broke this out because I want you to hear what that can do for somebody. If you have somebody that's silver and they're needing 6 to 7 people to be able to go senior silver, they get the $150 bonus for doing that. They get the $350 stimulus because they got their 6 people. So they get that bonus. So they now have $500. Plus they get their building bonuses on top of that. It's either $20 or $25 depending on a 99 or a 199. And then they get their points. So in all of that, it's $770. So whenever I break out my map for my people and I break out what that means for them financially, guess how I message them? Guess how I talk to them? They already made a really nice commission from May. And now I'm telling them that they have the potential of making $770 and I would love to help them get there. So you have a way, when you map it, you have a way to be able to share how they can get there, what that looks like financially, and that you want to help them set that strategy. Okay, is that understandable to everybody of what we're doing and how we're doing it? Okay, perfect. So it's a big deal. That's a lot of money. And guys, this is the deal that I want you to hear is if they say no, like, no, I'm not interested, or no, I don't want to do that, or no, I don't have any friends to invite, that's great. I want you to love them. I want you to continue to take care of them as a client, as a wholesale ambassador, making sure that they're successful with their health. I want you to continue to build that relationship with them. So that all continues. They need to know that you love them no matter what and that you care about them no matter what. But it's your position as a leader to show them the potential, to show them what they are capable of and being able to see that. Another thing is I have a lot of level 1s that a year ago didn't want to do it, and now they're doing it. That's one of mine that just turned silver this past month. She's never wanted to share at all until 2020. And so that's super exciting to do that. But we continued a relationship. And so that relationship is the beauty of her realizing that she could step in at any time and us be able to move forward. So yeah, if y'all have anything, y'all put it over here. I'm going to check that in just a second. So always ask. My big thing is always ask if they're clear with their next steps. Because if they do, if they're like, yes, I want to build strategy. I want to know, like, what do I do next? I definitely want to get the stimulus. I definitely would love to invite 3 people. I definitely, have girlfriends that I think would want to be accountability partners with me in this. So tell me what I need to do. So if you have that, you need to make sure that they understand it is, you're going to post, you're going to message people, you're going to invite them, you're going to put them into a 3-way, you're going to send them a video. So you need to know how to tell them what the next steps are. We have incredible systems in place, simple systems in place. But just like when you started, and some of you are just now, you're fresh, you're new. We need to know, just tell me what to do. Tell me what to do. So make sure that you're sending them the messages. Make sure that you're telling them how to post. A lot of times I give my people on their first post, even how to do that first post. And I guide them through that process. We're going to post. And once we post, you're going to have people like it or comment on it. And whenever they do, we're going to message them. And this is what we're going to say to them. And then you're going to put us into a 3-way message so that I can help and answer any questions. Or you're going to send them a video, or we'll do that in that 3-way message. So you're going to walk them through that. If you already know that you're going to do a girls' night out or a virtual health event, right? Then you're going to give them a message to message all of their girlfriends to be able to come and do that. And you're going to set those things up for them. So help them understand what their next steps are and what their strategy is. You're going to be mapping that out for them to be able to do that. So who has people that you know that you are going to reach out to see if they want to invite 3 friends to be accountable with them? If you have people that are already silver and that you're going to help them, you've already identified who they are. They're going to be senior silvers. Do we have any that you have set up that you know that can rank to gold? I'd love to see some hands. How's everybody feeling? Okay, great. So you've got your people and you know what you need to do, okay? So I want you to think about, you've got your people, you know who you would like to go silver, and always remember, we never say silver to somebody that is brand new. That makes no sense to them. I'm saying it here because we understand what that means, but our people that we are doing referral bonuses or girls' night out because they just started this past month, I just always say, do you have 3 girlfriends that you would love to join you to be accountable? So that's how I approach it with them, because they don't know what anything else means. And I tell them about a referral bonus and how to make that. Okay. So make sure that your lingo is one that they would understand, that would make sense for them. But this is what I want you to do. I want you to look at your paper. I'm going to give you a few minutes. And of the people that you've identified, that you know that you can develop them to silver, or they're currently silver and you're going to be developing them to senior silver, or you've got silvers that you're moving to gold or senior gold. You've got them on your paper. I want you to look at how many people that is for your team. So I want you to sit down. You might need a calculator. I always use my phone. I used my phone today working through that. Pull that up, see what that looks like.
It's not to me.
Okay. Lindley, that's great. That must be Nicole. Nicole going silver several. Okay. I want you to be looking it up. So if we're going to enroll 3 And you have 2 silvers that you know that you're going to develop. So that's 6 people for 2 of those. You might have a senior silver, and just like I do, and she needs 6. So 6 is down for me. And my senior silver actually has people that we're doing girls' night outs for her. And she is developing 3 of those people. So that's another 9. So right there, I have 24 new people. Okay, so I want you to be adding that up and what that looks like for you. So like I keep on using Brittany, but Brittany had 9. So say out of that 9 that she just had joined, say 6 of those 9 that she reaches out and says, I'd love to do, have people cheer you on in your health journey. And maybe you have some friends that would love to be accountable with you. I'd love for us to have a girls' night out or a health virtual event. Let's invite them and do it on Thursday night at 8:00. Say out of 9, 6 say, I'd love to do that. And out of those 6, say they, each invited 5 friends and 3 or 4 showed up. And those 3 said yes. She just got 18 new people on her team. With 9 that she had last month, she now has 27 people on her team. So she has passed gold and she's headed to senior gold. So Brittany likes that. Brittany's all over that one.
Melissa,
Okay. Yes. Huh?
for those that are on here that have lower levels, are you asking everybody to do just your level 1s? How deep are you asking us to go?
Well, I mean, a lot of people on here are probably have 1s and 2s, maybe a couple of 3s, but you go as low as your builders are. For me,
That's what I want to think. I want people to think deeper than just their level 1s
yeah.
if their people underneath them aren't working.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that's called tap rooting, which we're not going to go into that conversation here, but that is, that is reaching down if you have people that aren't working the business, but they have people that are having a great experience and enjoying their products and maybe have even reached out to you, working with those people and being able to help them be successful as well. So I work one-on-one with several of my 1 through 4s. But I also work with 6 and 7s if they're business builders and that's where their heart is. I work with anyone who's fully intentional at my level. So you definitely can do that. And I think that that's what Michelle was getting at with that. So yeah, don't limit yourself. This is your team. And so you might have some people. Okay. Yeah, Gabi definitely does that well, Michelle. She does an excellent job at that. Okay, so when you have your number, if you feel comfortable, I'd love for you to put it into the chat of what that number would be for you. How many for yourself? You've got your personal number. Your personal number might be 3, 6, 10. I don't know what your number is, 1. And then you've looked at the people on your team that could be moving to silver, senior silver, gold, etc. What would that number be for you? Let's see, what is the first number? Well, the first number is always you. So we work on our personal recruiting first and foremost. And then from there, we look at the back office at our level 1s. We always start with our level 1s to see who we have that we actually recruited that we could be helping be successful. And then we move from there. Oh, I love this. Tori has 60, Pat has 43, Dawn has 15, Stacy has 21. This is awesome. Michelle has 48. This is exciting, guys. I hope that this excites you. This is excellent. Brittany has 27, and she already had that down. You go, girl. Super excited for you. Okay, 7, 8 to go silver. So that would be 29 or more. Okay. So this is what I want you to do. I want you to write it in your calendar right beside your June. I want you to put down your team goals and your personal goals. I want you to put it on a piece of paper. I use stickies all over my place. Put it on your sticky, put it somewhere that you see it every single day of what your personal number is and what your team number is. Because this is what I think. This is why I wanted us to walk through this together, and I wanted to take the time. Oh, Diana's got 36 on there. Diana, where's that little face? I'm trying to find you. I need to move my chat. Is that exciting for you? Super exciting. This is what happens.
It scares me though. It's so crazy.
Oh goodness, we're gonna have a one-on-one talk, girl. That is your brain. Our brain so wants us to slow down and stop and not take a risk. That is, our brain always puts us into a fear-based mode so that it won't use any energy. So it won't use any energy. So
our brain wants to protect us, not help us.
That's right. That's right. So we need to say, thank you, brain. I appreciate that. And now I'm going to go do it. So I appreciate you trying to keep me in comfort. But this is what I want us to hear, is that so many people will say, I want to add 30 people. I want to add 10, but they have not done the work to identify the people. A lot of people think even getting to gold that they have to do all the people, all 20 people themselves. They don't. If you will look at developing silvers, helping silvers get to super silver, you're doing it as the full team. It's not just you doing it, and you're learning how to duplicate. You're learning how to use systems, and you're learning very early how to have a strong foundational company, a business that will last. And so you can't just say, man, I'd love to add 20. I want to get to, gold, and I'm just going to do all the adding myself. Or I want to get to senior gold, and I think I need to add, 40 more people, but you haven't identified anybody to help you do that. So identifying your newbies, your silvers, your senior silvers, your golds, and mapping that out, your rubies, your senior rubies, and mapping that out. This is the deal. Whenever you do this and you take the time to do this, it changes your business. It changes you as a leader. It changes your mindset. You become very intentional in your actions because you know exactly what you need to do. Your messages change because you know what your goals are, and you have identified who you want to do health events for, who you want to do three-way messages for, all those different things. So your IPAs change. You're very intentional with your time because you've set it up. So you're just going to show up differently. And for a lot of us, we really like to fly by the seat of our pants, and we really don't want to take responsibility. But we also are saying that we want to be really successful in this business, or that we are so ready to rank up, or that we want to grow, yet we're not being responsible. And so we've got to do these things, which I think, and I've seen all of y'all, it's so exciting to say, like, it gets you excited because now you have a roadmap. Now you know exactly what you need to do. So I want you to map it out in your calendar too. If you've got those newbies and you're like, we need to do a virtual event for them, I want you to start saying, okay, where in my week, where in my days can I do events? And guys, these events are only 30 minutes. They're super short. They're super quick. They're to the point. They're fun. They have high energy. Doesn't take a lot. And if you've never done one, don't freak out because your upline probably has. If your upline hasn't done one, reach up to their upline. Reach up to me. We will help you. You have full support of this team. A lot of our people do virtual events with sidelines. So if you have someone that you just love doing the business with, and y'all just are like the yin and yang, then do it with that person. Like, do it with somebody that you have high energy and fun with. Do it with somebody that's maybe a mentor to you. Learn how to do it so then you can continue to duplicate it for your people. So please know those things, but I want you to map it out in your calendar, because for you to do all these numbers that I see over here, which is super exciting, then you need to have that game plan of when you're going to do things. Because I promise you, those events, 3-day experiences, 3-day challenges, virtual events, health wellness events, girls' night out, all those different things. That is where you get your momentum, and that's where you get the most people. So that's what you want to do, and really be intentional with that, and use those systems and use what works for you. We have some on this team that they love the 3-day challenges. Like, that is where they really see high turnover for them and have people get excited about it. We have others that are excellent and just like love doing virtual events and doing 30-minute calls where they do a Zoom. We have all the systems, so you don't need to reinvent the wheel, but you find the one that works best for you and where you see success. And if you're newer in this business and you're just getting started, I would say experience all of them, and see which one works best for you. So you have it all right there. So this is what I want to talk to you about real quick, and then I'm going to flip over. I'm going to show you just a quick some PowerPoint pages, because I think it's going to help you. But the girls' night out. So I want to share this with you. Monday night, we had our VIP Diamond call with Laura Robinson. She's incredible, ER nurse, and has 2 kiddos. And so for VIP, let me just tell you what a VIP event is. It's the first Monday of every month. If you are on the leaderboard, so if you have had a rank advancement, if you have the highest recruiting, if you are adding customers and your PV is increasing in some manner, those people are on our leaderboard, and they get this special non-recorded time with a diamond. And so they kind of tell us their tips, and you can ask any questions. I mean, everything's off, you're not limited in what you ask. And so she was with us, and her team, oh my goodness, I wonder if I can flip over here super quick in my notes. In April, her team had $76,000 in stimulus bonuses in April. I don't know what they had in May. Well, we had just finished. I don't even think she had her numbers yet. They started doing this girls' night out, is what they called it. And they just kind of skyrocketed in that. And so she shared with us how they did it. And what they do is, and I think if you have people that's not 24 hours ago, so like my people from May, this is what I'm going to do with them. But what they're doing, and they've got a system going, and I want you to hear this. So as soon as they sign a person, that person, they will say, within 24 hours, let's get your girlfriends together that cheer you on, that want to celebrate you, that are excited about you making these changes in your health. Let's bring them together for a girls' night out. And so she invites people, and she just says something like, I'm super excited about investing in my health, and I'd love to have accountability partners. I'd love for you to come with me to a girls' night out tomorrow night. It's virtual. We'll all be online. And so it's very, very quick. And after we got off the call, I went to Laura and just said, I would love to see how you do this and how you do it so quickly, because it's like one post, then 3 lives, one after the other, and then a post, and then they're out. And it's so she invited me to one. So I got to go, I guess last night I was on one with them, and it's more than it's, so there were 2 actual posts in there. But the cool thing is that like, if I were brand new and I was the one that invited my girlfriends to be with me, that morning at 11 o'clock, I do a live and just say, I'm so excited that you're going to be here with me tonight, and get to hear from some of my friends and their stories. It's going to be a lot of fun. Be ready. We're going to play games. And so she's just in and out. And so then whenever it gets started, you do a welcome and you have a post. But every time that there's a live, in the live, as they're waiting for people to jump on with them, they also play a game, and it gets people engaged. And so they win like a 3-day trial. I mean, not a 3-day, they do like the beauty box or the challenge box. They win those different things, or an Amazon card. And the games are like go grab your purse, and then they'll ask them if they have certain things in their purse. And they're all commenting and they're all engaged. And then they tell their health story. And then they tell you to refresh your screen. And then the next person shows up. And they show up, and another one was a toilet paper game of how many rolls of toilet paper do you have in your house? And so everybody engaged in that. And then the third one was I never. And this girl was like, I want us to play the game of I never. Have you ever played the game of I never? And so they played I never. So it was super, super cool, really fast. And one of the posts was it was 10 different types of symptoms. And in those symptoms, they said, comment which one of these are you? And it might have been, I'm a 1, 2, 4, and 6. And then the Laura, because she was hosting it for her new ambassador, she would come in and say, I would recommend this. And she shows a welcome pack of what that is. And then somebody else would say, well, I'm totally a 9. And then she'd say, well, that would be the performance pack. And so they see all of this happening. I've got all the format. It's super cool. I think it's going to be really, really fun. And so that is something that you can do. And in doing that, one of her girls, I think, ranked up to senior gold because of her doing these parties with different friends. And what she did is that she had the party, her friends joined her, and then in 24 hours, she had parties for her friends, and her friends joined, and then they continued to do it. So it's just this ripple effect that happens. So you have that one. You have your health and wellness, your wellness event. I know that Diana and Gabi do business events that are just very quick and to the point. We have all of these guys. So you can do any of them. Like I said, if you're brand new, reach up to your upline. They have probably done one, and y'all get those things set up. But they're just fun, they're quick, they're successful. But I really wanted y'all to hear about the Girls Night Out one because it's really fun to be able to see how they're doing it. And I put earlier today on Passionate Pursuits page, guys, anybody that wants to do the business, that's the page that you want them on. It's all about the business, not anything else. So everything else is on Good to Great or one of your team pages, Campaigners or any of those. But the Passionate Pursuit is where you're going to see anything about the business, okay? On that page today, I put out there the different ways that you can earn if you add 3 people, 6 people, 10 people, and the amount of money that you can make through that. But I also shared with you that if you will do a health event, a girls' night out event, a business event, any of those, I want you to get those scheduled, but I am doing 3 free memberships. So if you want to do that, if you want me to help you host in any way, you have to set it up. It needs to be 6 to 10 people that are invited to participate. So I wanted you to know about that piece as well. So we're going to close out with this real quick. I just want you to see this visual because I think it will really help you. Has this been helpful, guys? Is this good? Okay, perfect. I'm going to share my screen really quick. Let's see. And I want you, let's see if I can flip over. Here we go. All right, let me move the chat down. I'm gonna close us up so I can see what I'm doing here. All right, here we go. Okay, now this is something that I learned from Brooke and Emily, and I really, really wanted you to see the visual of this because I think it makes a huge difference whenever you can sit down and work through this with some of your people of Fast Start Silver in 14 days, Fast Start Silver in 30 days, or just becoming silver, but the potential of what you can make and what this would look like for each one of these. And so the big thing that I want you to see is whenever you're reaching out to your people, because you're the one that needs to reach out, but it really is mapping out the money for them to be able to see what they can do. And really just, reaching out and saying, hey, Susie, we have a wonderful bonus program and you can make up to $1,000 this month if that's something that you'd love to do. I think one thing that is really cool is to be able to even say, if you were able to make $1,000, what would you do with that? What would you do with that money? And so this actually breaks it down as to how you can make it. So Fast Start Silvers, I just want you to always remember that is that $199 welcome pack They join with the $199, and then they have 3 people join. If you do it in 14 days, the income, like right now, is $520 because of our stimulus. It's usually $420. And then if you do that same thing in 30 days, it's $420, usually $320. But this is the cool thing, is if you take it up a notch and they add 6 people and they get that second stimulus, they're able to make another $370, which is $875. And then, of course, if they have done 6, and especially if you do it at the beginning of the month, I really want y'all to really work more intentionally at the beginning of the month, because the end of the month, you can actually be developing more silvers. But they could actually do 10 in a month, and they would end up making over $1,100. So whenever you're able to map this out with people, it's really great for them to see what they can do. The big thing is you just need to remind them of the system of posting, messaging, inviting, and then repeating that process. Posting, messaging, inviting. So make sure that they understand that with your level 1s, your level 2s, your level 3s, map it out, message the people, make sure that you're seeing who you need to develop with 3 people, senior silvers, golds, etc. And I think that that's the big thing. It's kind of like what I was sharing with you a little bit earlier, is there was a time that it felt like it was a little bit daunting to be able to get to gold, or to go from gold to senior gold, even to ruby. But because of the way the company has blessed us right now, you actually can move fairly quickly. And I think it's amazing the systems that we have in place. And because, you know, COVID-19 has been a terrible thing for our communities and for our country, but it's also been a blessing because everyone is on social media and everyone is having gatherings, if you will, like through Zooms and through virtual events. So that's a really big deal. Now, if they are already silver, so if you're talking to people and they're already silver, maybe they're already moving to senior silver, this is down at the bottom. I want you to be able to see the potential of what it is that they can do. And I want you to write down, write down who those people are and how you can build those bonuses and help them see the financial blessing of that. So that was the first thing that I wanted you to see. The second thing that they shared with us that I really love, because many of us need to see a visual of what it looks like to map something out. And so this is being able to sit down, and a lot of you guys have already written it down tonight because we worked through that. But on your existing team, I really want you to look at who has their subscriptions on, list out those active ambassadors with 100 PV. And I would love for y'all to go back to May. Now you can do that in your back office. There's a little spot where you can actually put it on May 2020 and it will go back a month. Many of us had people that were under 100 PV and we're missing really big opportunities. But where I think we miss the opportunity the most is that we don't get in contact with them prior to their subscription coming out. So I would love for you tonight, tomorrow, as you continue to map everything out that we're training on tonight, I want you to see who those people were that were under 100 PV. I want you to see when their subscription actually goes out, but I want you to reach out to them this week. Talk to them about what they're currently taking and make some suggestions for them to maybe add to their subscription, to add to their health benefits and to their health goals. A great one that you could be doing is we're about to do our Actively Balanced Challenge. And that is with our active, our slim, and our balance. And so you could actually share that with them and see if they want to add that to their subscription and participate with us in that challenge. And you are helping them get bigger benefits, but you're also helping yourself, because many times we don't look until the last 5 days of the month to see who is under 100 PV. Then we go and check on them, call on them, see, you know, if there's any product that they want to add. And that is reversed tactic that usually doesn't work. If you will go to them at the beginning of the month and advise them on the possibilities of 1 or 2 extra products that would benefit them and bless them, that is the best way. Plus, if you wait until the end of the month, they still have to now pay shipping again. So you're setting it up to where they only pay shipping once a month. So write down those people. The second thing that I want you to do is your personal strong potentials. You need to have that list in front of you. Today is, I think, June the 3rd. Yes, June the 3rd. Those potentials should already be right in front of you and in your day timer every single day. You want to write those people down. And then at the bottom, you're going to see those possible points. So the possible points are of your team with 100 PV. And then in the middle, you're going to see your team enrollment and your personal enrollment. That's exactly what we were just talking through together. You're going to put down if yours is a 3 or a 6 for personal enrollment. You're always wanting to enroll. You're always wanting to be a great role model for your teams. So you need to be recruiting as you are also asking them to recruit. And then your target for your team. And then on the right-hand side is your team development. So who did you identify tonight that can invite 3 friends to join them, and they will get that silver bonus and the incentive bonus? Who do you have that will be senior silver? You write those people down. And of course, if you have people that are gold or needing to move, then you would put those. And so that is how you map out for you to be able to get to gold. You can also do that from gold to senior gold. And that is in this one. And I can get these, and I'll put these PDFs on our Passionate Pursuit page. If you don't, or if you have something that you're working with now, use that. But the bottom line is that you have to be identifying all the pieces to be able to have a really good roadmap. And so on this, you're going to project your team points. If you're a gold and moving towards senior gold. And guys, honestly, this is across the board. You might be senior gold going for Ruby, Ruby going for senior Ruby. I know that we have people currently on our teams that are going from gold to Ruby this month. So they're jumping and going across senior Ruby into Ruby. They'll get their double bonuses, but you still use the same layout. So you figure out your calculations. If you're a gold moving forward in any way, you probably are 4 levels down. So you're looking at all your levels, you're dividing out your averages, and looking at what your team goal is, what your personal goal is. And then once again, you're writing down that leader development. You will probably have leaders under you that are now silvers or senior silvers. You're going to help them develop to their next level. So that's what that middle space is. And then of course on the right is, once again, that's you. You want to write down the names of your personal enrollments. You will write them as they join you. And then you're going to put down your silvers, who you're going to develop. Some of those might be people that you're developing from last month, of people that you recruited, or they might be these brand new ones that you don't even have their name down yet, but you're going to develop them this month to silvers. Okay, so I hope that was that helpful to be able to see that? Okay, thumbs up. Okay, great. Are there any questions? I'm going to pull back up our chats to see if y'all have any questions around any of this. Let me look real quick. Let's see.
I did have one question.
Yes.
Are we going to be able to have those sheets that you just showed us?
Yes, I just said yes. I'm going to do them in a PDF. So yeah. So once I have this recording, I will put them under the recording so that you will have those. Okay. Anything else? Any other questions? I'm trying to read through this if you put one over here, but if you want to unmute yourself, you can do that as well. That's so exciting. Deanna, I'm seeing yours. I'm going to grab these because I definitely, super exciting. Okay, guys. So if y'all have no questions for me, then thank you so much for being on. If you have team members that you feel like that they couldn't be here tonight for whatever reason, but you want them to hear this, make sure that you grab the recording. I would send it to them personally if I were you, ask them to listen to it, and then maybe you get together with them and y'all map out what it looks like for them, okay? Thanks so much for being on, guys. I'll talk to y'all soon.